I'm Shigeo Ijyuin. I'm a torture sommelier. I help people get true justice. One day I was meeting with a client. Welcome. So, what brings you here today?
Thanks for seeing me.
It was a middle-aged man. He seemed like a nice person, but he had this look in his eyes.
These people tortured my daughter and killed her like an animal. I want them gone.
He wanted blood. He wanted justice. Then he took out this wedding dress.
She was supposed to wear this, but she never got to.
He's having a flashback. Tell me what happened. I could tell he's been through some rough things. His name was Sakuma. He had a daughter who went to graduate school.
Morning, Mio.
Dad, you're gonna be late. Go wash your face. Come on now.
She was everything to him. He lost his wife many years ago.
Shizuka, don't you worry about Mio. I'll raise her well and make you proud.
Why is Mommy sleeping?
She was only 5 at the time. His daughter was brilliant. She wanted to be a scientist.
So how's the research coming?
Great! They loved my presentation.
Good to know.
Yeah, I'm just that good.
She was getting her PhD soon. Then she introduced him to her fiancé.
Sir, please let me marry her.
Please, Dad, will you give us your blessing?
All right.
He was going to miss her, but he was very happy for her nonetheless. But then, 5 days before the wedding...
She's late. Is she with Morisaki?
That night she didn't come home. She was usually home by 8, so this wasn't like her.
What? She's not with you?
No, I've been calling her too, but so far, nothing.
My client started to panic. He went to the cops right away.
She's a grown woman. I'm sure she's fine.
But this isn't like her!
Just give it a few days.
The cops, they were useless. 3 days went by, but they had no leads.
Nothing. I looked everywhere.
Mio, where did you go?
They looked everywhere, but they couldn't find her. Then, on the day of her wedding...
Here you go.
What is this?
Something horrible happened. He opened the package.
Wow! Oh!
He froze up.
Mio, it can't be.
He couldn't believe what he was seeing. It was his daughter, but someone turned her into a doll.
Mio? What the hell is going on?
And she was wearing her wedding dress. Someone murdered her and performed taxidermy on her.
I'm truly sorry.
Why? Mio!
He couldn't believe this. The cops took this very seriously.
We'll catch the person responsible. Thank you. Mio, I miss you.
He was hoping they'd catch the person responsible soon. But a year went by and they still had no leads.
The cops are useless. I can't wait any longer.
Then he read this article.
Wow, has this happened before?
He found out about other cases similar to his daughter's. So he started looking into the case.
Excuse me, do you know anything about this article?
What the hell?
I've heard about this. So scary.
He started asking around and got a few leads. The people responsible,
Go. Hurry.
Let's move!
they went after young women. Then they take the victim back to this leader of a religious group.
You're young and beautiful, and now you'll stay like this forever!
Then this leader murders the victim and performs taxidermy on her.
My friend told me she almost got snatched up, but I'm sure she's exaggerating.
The girl started laughing, but Sakuma, he knew he was onto something.
Unbelievable. What kind of sick person would do this?
He knew this wasn't just a rumor. But then he hit a wall.
Stop looking into this. Let it go.
What? Leave me alone.
Let's go get him!
He was trying to get more intel on this religious group, but these two scary-looking guys attacked him. They beat him into a pulp and told him to drop it.
If you want to live, let it go.
This means I'm onto something. I'm not stopping now.
He wasn't going to stop, though. After that, the guys came back for him several times.
We told you to drop it already.
You really want to die?
But then, this guy showed up.
Think fast! Ha! Ah!
What the?
This green-haired guy. He came and saved him for some reason. He took out the bad guys in no time.
Take that! Stay down! Ah!
My client had no idea what was going on, but he was saved.
Stay out of this area! Go home!
After taking him out, the guy got ready to leave, but he begged him to wait.
Hold on, please help me.
Huh?
Please, just give me 5 minutes.
He was desperate. At first, he wasn't interested.
I can't hear you. Not interested.
Please, sir, I want to avenge my daughter.
Oh.
But he didn't give up. Then the guy brought him to my place.
I know just the guy. He's crazy.
Oh,
He's insane. He's messed up in the head, if you ask me.
Tsunaga, you talking about me?
Ah! You scared the crap out of me.
He was a Yakuza who worked for the Amo family.
this dress. It was my wife's dress. She said she wanted to wear the same dress as her. I told her to get a new one, but she was such a sweet girl.
He started begging me for help.
Sir, I heard what you can do. Please, avenge my daughter.
Sakuma-san, he wanted vengeance, and he wasn't going to give up. Then,
She was everything to me, and they took her away from me. She didn't deserve this. Any of this. I want justice.
he was furious. He wanted vengeance. My mind was already made up. I'll take your case. I got you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was the only one who could save him. Killing innocent women and turning them into taxidermy. What kind of sick person does that? I'm gonna make them suffer. Nobody gets away from me. Nobody. Tsunaga, thank you for bringing him here. I decided to take his case.
I see. Well, the thing is, we were going after them too. One of the girls that worked at our club, they got her too, so...
I see, so they're after them as well.
It was pure coincidence I ran into him. Anyways, I got some intel on the guy behind all this. You want to hear it?
That'd be great.
He's not scared of him anymore?
The guy's name was Michio Karuse. He was unemployed, but for some reason he was extremely wealthy.
So beautiful. Oh, this is incredible.
When he was in college, he saw this mummy in Italy, and he was moved by how beautiful it was. And he couldn't get the idea out of his head.
No matter how beautiful they are, all women turn ugly once they get old. But there is one way to preserve their beauty. Just like that mummy I saw in Italy.
So he came up with this crazy plan to turn women into taxidermy. But back then, he was a broke college student. He had no way of turning his fantasy into reality. But then,
Your grandfather left everything to you.
Well, alright.
he came into some money, and the money made him crazy.
All set? Dad's gonna be so happy.
Stay still!
He started paying bad guys to snatch up women he liked. Then he brought them back to his atelier and...
Please stop this! I'm getting married! My dad, he's been looking forward to it for years.
I see. Well then, I'll dress you up once I'm done and send you to him on your wedding day.
he was twisted in the head.
Well, I'll leave you to it then.
You're leaving?
Oh, you're gonna let him have this?
Yeah, he's the best at this. And being around him gives me the creeps, so...
I creep him out? What did I do? He tried to leave, but I told him to stop. This guy got one of your girls, right? Help me. I could use some help.
Ugh, fine.
So he agreed to help me. So we went out to catch Karuse and the guys he hired to kidnap the women. Is this it? Nice house.
I'll handle the gang members.
Ready when you are.
They walked out of this nice house in the suburbs. Tsunaga. He was a lunatic, but he knew what he was doing.
Hello? Time to die!
He took out the gang members within seconds. Then we broke down the door.
What the?
Wow, is this his atelier? This is horrible.
There was blood everywhere. It was a gruesome sight. Karuse had his back turned to us.
Hey, don't come in here when I'm working. I told you this.
He didn't even turn around. Tsunaga grabbed him then.
Hey, asshole!
What the?
Come here!
Ah!
He knocked him out cold.
He's out cold.
Thanks.
I'll leave you guys to it then.
Okay, time to die! Come on now!
Ah!
Rukawa choked him out and threw him in the trunk. I asked Tsunaga to deal with the woman and took Karuse back to our torture chamber. Ready?
All set, sir!
I had to make this guy suffer for as long as possible. I started by smacking him in the face. Get up!
Ah!
I cracked his jaw by accident. Oh well. He started screaming.
Stop this! I'm an artist!
Shut up! You're no artist, you're just a killer. I always ask my victims one last question before I got started. So, you killed an innocent woman and turned her into taxidermy. Then you sent a corpse to her father on her wedding day.
So what?
You don't feel any remorse for what you did? I knew it was a waste of time, but I just had to ask.
Remorse for what? If anything, I did her a favor. I wanted to preserve her beauty. I did this for her.
Okay, I've heard enough. There's no talking to this guy. Well then, let's get started. Okay then. Time to send this guy to hell. Rukawa!
Yes, sir. All set to go.
First, we set fire to his catsuit.
Ready? Burn, baby, burn!
What the? Stop! Hot!
Shut up! We're just getting started. He started screaming like a little girl. The fire started spreading.
Ah!
Wow.
I put some oil on his catsuit. I soaked the catsuit in oil to make this fire spread out evenly. But he wasn't in that much pain yet.
Please stop me hands! I need me hands to work! Please!
Shut your mouth! I covered the inside of the suit with some insulation materials to make the fire last longer. But then, a few minutes later,
Ah! Hot!
the fire was getting stronger and the rubber started melting into his skin. They invented this method in South Africa. They used a rubber tire, but I improvised.
Hot! Help! Please!
Shut up, it's only been like 3 minutes. I think my version inflicted more pain on the victim. Then he started choking on the smoke. 5 minutes in, he started begging me for mercy. Look at you now.
Sorry, please forgive me.
He was in a lot of pain. And there was nothing he could say at this point to change my mind. You want to preserve beautiful things, right? Then you should disappear from the world. You're hideous.
Ah!
I'm gonna make you suffer for hours. Enjoy. This guy doesn't deserve the gift of life. And so the job was done. I can only imagine what my client is going through, but hopefully this will give him some closure. Some say revenge only leads to more violence, but in some cases, it just has to be done.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out our other videos. And please subscribe to the channel.